Good evening, folks. Welcome to another episode of the Weekly Tangent. We're here for show 20.
20?
It's episode 20.
The other one's 19, so this is 20.
And it's for June 6th.
Yep.
Already June 6th, Thursday, 2019. It's Brooks wearing a slim-fitting shirt. You look like you're working out these days.
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little bit?
Perhaps.
Yep. I think we both are. We both started this program.
In the morning, yeah.
I'm Greg, by the way.
Yeah, I've actually been pretty stoked about it.
Yeah, yeah, we've been doing this thing. We got a gym right in the building, which we really kind of knew about, but didn't know about in a way.
It's pretty low profile, actually. It's kind of quiet down there.
Yeah.
They've got everything you would want.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Super
Really
affordable
nice.
relative to what I looked at in Issaquah anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it would have, it's a nice facility, let's just say that. I like it. I think it works out well. We can easily be there at any time. You go in the evening sometimes. I go in the mornings. Mm-hmm. People jump in there. You're in there in the mornings too. I mean, it just depends on, really what you're feeling, when you want to work out. But actually, it's got a really nice setup.
Yeah.
It's actually like a hotel gym.
Because it's connected to the Hyatt.
Yeah,
Bellevue,
the Hyatt.
Right? Yeah.
We work in the Hyatt complex.
Yeah.
In Bellevue.
Bellevue Place or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I mean, we've got we park, we take the elevator up, we hit the gym, we go up or down to drop stuff off, and then go right to work kind of thing. It's perfect. So.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It allows us more time to look at game news and game things.
Yeah, absolutely.
And damn, we've got a whole list this week, man. Even without having E3 here, we were talking about this. We wanted to kind of have visuals this year, or this time, not this year. This time, but this year in time for E3, so we can do this next week.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Because everything exciting, it's going to happen on, some of it ended up beginning today.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll go Friday. Sunday night will be some stuff, I think. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think usually are the big days.
Yeah, and then there's some of the bigger developers and publishers have kind of branched out and done something a little different.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
for sure. It's different. So, the news this week in the world.
As of this morning.
As of this morning, yeah. We've got Stadia that's been announced. And this has nothing to do with PC gaming that we're involved with. We just talk about all sorts of things on this show.
But before we get into our actual
Before we
stuff,
get into our shilling, as I call it, of other products. Good products from our partners.
Yeah.
But, where we show games and different things like that are on our service. We like to talk about everything. So we were talking about Stadia today.
So we knew about this before, but we didn't really have any details. All we
Obviously,
knew,
everybody knew about it at some point.
Yeah, we kind of knew a rough, technically, what was happening. Gameplay's on the server.
Yep.
There was going to be a control. That was kind of what we knew before today.
Right.
Very basic outline of how it was going to work.
They gave more of the technical, how it works, rather than, what it is.
Yeah.
What the deal is going to be, right?
Right.
We knew that it worked through YouTube. We knew that it, the controller connected directly to, Wi-Fi. Mm-hmm. We knew that there were games and it was being streamed over, and it could stream within these resolutions and this type of, frames per second. They did all that, and then they talked about the back-end network and, the backbone of all this. But they didn't really talk about Stadia, the service itself. So they finally showed a little bit of detail today, which looks, in a way it looks interesting. If you start looking at this really nice website, I'm really in love with this website. I like the design of it. Mm-hmm. I think they did a fantastic job.
Yeah, definitely.
You've got some cool, effects where you can go in and out like that. But the big thing I'm looking at is Destiny.
Right.
Specifically Destiny 2.
Yep.
What are their other benefits here? No waiting.
No game downloads.
No game downloads,
Very
so no
cool.
waiting.
Very cool.
Up to 60K, or 60 frames, 4K, HDR, which high dynamic resolution is what that stands for if you don't know. Most people probably do. 5.1 sound. Now, this is on the best that you can get.
This would be the absolute ideal scenario.
End.
Yeah.
The high end of what the service can provide. And it talks a little bit about if you've got kind of crappy internet or less than really the high speed world, you're going to get 720.
Yep.
So you at least have to have 10 megabits. Mm-hmm. Is what they're saying. You get 720, you get 60 frames though, and you get stereo sound, which all of that all in all, is good. I mean, that's not bad
No, not at all.
by any means. I mean, that's what most consoles did up until we got to the 4K enabled PlayStation 4 Pro.
Yeah.
Most games ran 720p. A lot of games ran 1080 or
1080i.
but like 30 frames. You know, it wasn't really a massive amount of like things beyond that. Well, here you get what 20 megabits if you've got that down. You get like 1080p.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. And if you got the massive 35 megabits down, which I had at my old house.
Right.
And I know you've got like 100 and some, right? And
Well, the
most people
Comcast line's
closer
one
to-
and the CenturyLink one's another one, yeah.
So, I mean, there's within reason. A lot of people have 35 megabits to spare.
So,
I mean, obviously,
so for anyone that rough
nobody's
math,
watching
10
YouTube.
megabits would be 1 megabyte per second.
Yes.
Right. So
You're going to be cranking through the bandwidth.
yeah.
It's definitely going to, if you have a, what do they call that, a cap,
Right.
if it's a gigabyte, you're going to be able to play games roughly, what do we say, about 1 to 3 hours a day? Is that what we came up with?
So the rough math on it I saw was at the high end of this, you would have 1 terabyte will give you roughly 65 hours of games.
65. So then you divide that by 30, so that's 2 hours a day,
Right.
roughly.
Yep.
So 2 hours a day. So, I mean, probably a lot of people live within that. Now, there's the core, right?
Sure.
Like,
yeah.
there's the streamers, there's the core and all that stuff that, will not be doing.
Imagine you have a wife and kid and they're watching, iTunes in one
Yep.
room and Amazon in the next room and you're
Not
streaming.
just your
and-
gaming.
Right.
Right. And, I'm wondering if you're going to be able to manually set this thing. Like, if you don't want to play in 4K, can you drop it down to 1080p?
We saw a lot of
That's
the
half.
GAC
You get more.
guys and the OnLive and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
We looked at NVIDIA's platform. They all have a setting. I gotta think
Yeah, you'd
so.
think they have to.
Yeah.
You'd think so. You can even test your connection here. Like, let's go down a little bit more. See what else this has to offer. So these are all the those are all the games you're going to be able to buy. At least there's something coming that people want.
Bunch of really good games.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
who's going to argue with like Doom or Wolfenstein or Destiny or
Yeah, Metro's a good game.
Does that say Power Rangers? I don't know.
No,
Maybe
I don't mind
Metro.
I don't mind Division. A lot of people loved Assassin's Creed.
Yep. Mortal Kombat 11.
Ghost
Final
Recon
Fantasy.
Breakpoint is a brand new game, not even out yet. Borderlands 3, right?
Yeah, these are good games. So
super healthy mix
these
of
are coming
games.
at some point. You've got to purchase them though. It says more available for purchase.
Because it comes with one if you buy the pack.
Yep. If you buy in now, which is if you can see it up in the right hand corner, it's $129 to buy into the Founders Pack, which is the controller and a Ultra. What was it called?
4K Chromecast.
Chromecast
the
Ultra.
controller, and it looks like you get 3 months and whatever Destiny Complete is.
If we go down here, here's the Chromecast and the this is the 4K device that plugs into your TV and streams, and then this is your controller. Kind of looks like to me it looked like a Nintendo Switch Pro controller.
Pro, that's what you were saying, yeah.
$69 for an extra controller. So kind of in the same ballpark. And talks about the Chromecast Ultra. And then here's the deets on the program. Essentially $9.99 a month for the Founders Edition, which is you get 3 months of that for this $129 price. You get up to 4K, up to 60 frames per second, 5.1 surround. The fantastic marketers over at Google came up with you can buy games whenever you want. Yes.
I've never heard of that before.
I mean, that's amazing.
On a digital store? Okay.
I don't know what they were expecting, but yeah, that's pretty amazing. Then you get Destiny 2, the collection,
Okay.
which, funny enough, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
And then you get exclusive discounts. So some kind of like, you're going to be able to get X amount off.
You're a
your
founder,
game.
you get X percentage off if you purchase Doom or whatever
Which
it
is
is.
cool.
Sure.
I mean, if they do
Yeah.
the 20% off or something like that, that's worth it.
Yeah.
Later, they'll be doing the Stadia base. Now, you do get 3 months of this for free. I'm wondering what you're going to do for when the 3 months kick in. I guess it's obviously 3 months from November, because that's when the game or the machine comes out, or the service is available. And what else happens in November?
Destiny showed off their kind of new plan today of the new world of Destiny post Activision.
And that's going to be like free to play.
That's my understanding of it. Yeah.
So, really, what are you getting here?
You know, I was talking to our old coworker Paul, you'll remember.
Oh yeah.
And he asked about it and he was like, "Wait, so hold on, if that game is going free and cross save and this and that,
weird.
What are you actually getting in there?" So
yeah, I'm thinking that the big sell here is they're doing an Ouya where you get like a specific color console controller. Mm-hmm. You're going to have that as a founder. And you get to pick your name. That's the big thing. You get to pick your user tag or gamer tag or whatever they want to call it on here. That's going to be the other bigger thing. Plus you get 3 months, so $30 worth of value on that. But they're not really giving you a free game if the game's going to go free anyhow.
Yeah,
why doesn't this group over here get to play this for free?
I have not fully read up on this. I caught a bit of Bungie's press conference today. I've kind of heard some stuff just through the grapevine and through some friends and whatnot.
Yep.
I do not understand the difference between Destiny Collection and what is coming in September. I don't know.
I don't know either.
So,
and the good thing though is you're going to be able to bring your cross save right into Stadia.
Stadia, Steam, PC, Xbox, PlayStation 4 all share saves on Destiny now, which is pretty slick.
I mean, that gets like people that have been playing like right out the door if they don't have a PlayStation 4 Pro.
Sure.
There's a benefit, right? You get 4K.
Absolutely.
You get to play that way. So I can see it there. So I guess there is some benefits. There's some ideas there. It'd be nice to know like when other games are coming, how much other games are going to be. There's not a lot of details on like pricing.
Okay, so check this out. I actually missed this.
At the top? Yeah.
Shadowkeep, Forsaken, Annual Pass, Osiris Warmind. That is every piece of Destiny 2 content released to date. Okay. So by the time November rolls around, my understanding is Shadowkeep costs $35.
Right now. Or that's what it is.
If you want to buy the Shadowkeep Seasons Pass or whatever.
Oh, that'll be the next season.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I think my understanding...
So that's where you're getting a benefit.
So my understanding of this is base of this will be free, and you can kind of check it out. And then when you bump into a wall inside of Shadowkeep...
You would get this because you've been a member or the founder.
It's speculation. That's what it...
Don't take it to the bank.
That's what it sounds like to me. But I think the idea is...
What's up, Baltimore?
How's it going, Baltimore? I think the idea would be give people a taste, and hey, when you hit that door...
Yeah,
time for some pass action.
Time to pay up a little bit. Yeah, get your money, get your wallet out. Well, you don't need to do that. They already got it because you probably pay into something else on Google.
Sure. Yeah.
Let's see what else. Anything else? The controllers. Oh, you do get to spend some. You can give your friend access to the Destiny collection as well. I think only for 30 days, though.
I missed that.
3 months.
I missed that.
Buddy
I didn't catch that.
For 3 months, you can give them access. So you can play with your friends. I don't know. Why wouldn't your friends have this thing then? Again, this gets confusing to me.
Okay.
In why they market it the way they do. But whatever. You get to give some people some stuff. And then this guy's dead. I don't know why he's in there. So you can pre-order it right now.
Mm-hmm. I think Miguel pre-ordered one. Told me earlier. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Through the 129. I think he wanted to bring it into the office.
Well, so. I mean, I can see that. Yeah,
totally.
We use that stuff. Destiny 2 is pretty exciting. Yeah, sure, man. We were just talking about that, Baltimore, right when you showed up. You've been playing it a long time. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they take the service in a whole new direction. It's coming to Steam, funny enough.
Yeah.
When it leaves, Battle.net?
Yep.
So that'll be interesting. A lot of things are coming to Steam. Even Microsoft's said all of our exclusives are going to Steam.
Yep.
Which is good on Microsoft, actually. Hey, get that stuff out there.
Yeah, I mean, man, I've had to change my opinion about this, but at this point, I'm kind of let's tear these walls down and let's get everyone playing the best games. I don't know that I
agree with that.
And that's
we've always been that advocate, kind of saying exclusives suck.
Yeah, but even then, it's just kind of like I lived for a long time. I was like, well, I'm playing Last of Us, or we're playing Bloodborne.
Oh, for sure. Yep.
But at this point, it's just like I really want people to experience what we've gotten to experience.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. That's a big thing.
So yeah,
It's definitely a big thing, and you know, I think the first one out the door being Microsoft. Well, not the first one out the door, but Microsoft getting up to the plate, taking a swing, and doing it the right way, making their exclusives available to everybody. That's a big leap forward.
Yeah,
because they have a lot of good exclusives, especially like when they're saying, "Hey, Master Chief, going that way." You know, all this sort of stuff.
To me, it shows a tremendous amount of trust in that they think their developers can make games good enough that people don't.
Right.
You know, so I think that I gotta tip my hat to them on that one for sure. Yeah.
So this isn't the only console. We've got a little bit more news in
got a little
consoles.
something different here.
So we've talked about like the Sega Mini, Sega Genesis Mini. We talked about the other mini systems a little bit briefly, and they put out the final 12 games.
Yep.
So it brought it to 42 games. They initially said they were going to get 40 on this little plastic mini Sega Genesis.
Okay.
Essentially,
kind of in the vein
for $80.
Kind of in the vein of the NES and SNES
Yep.
retro classic systems.
Yep.
Okay.
We were looking at it and, you know, kind of picking out some games we could see. And really, they've got, I'm not going to use everybody else's term that they use on the air, but they've got great games in here.
Yeah.
They do. And they've got some that are doing it the right way for them. I don't know if everybody's interested in plastic that, you know, you can play video games on.
Right.
But I'm giving it to Sega that they're doing a good job. But I'm not going to sit there and praise them for doing this because a lot of people are saying this is the best one that's come out. I'm like, well, Sega had this recipe kind of written for them, and all they have to do is follow it. They know like the worst one, which is the PlayStation.
They watch some trial and error.
They know the best one, which is the Nintendo NES and Super Nintendo. Really, it's not hard to like work in between those two like deltas and the delta in between and come up with it. So the things that they're doing, the list number one is right. I think we agreed on that. There's maybe 3 games like I could probably say, get out of here. And if you know,
there's a couple games that I'm not personally into, and there's a couple games that I'd not heard of. But I mean,
but I would take all 42 to play.
Sure, yeah,
for sure.
Totally.
All of them are good and solid. If you can pick out the 3 games that you think we're not interested in, leave it in chat, and you may win a free game.
Sure, yeah.
We'll find something to give you for free for a game. But they also like did the same thing the Super Nintendo one did. They brought in some games that were previously unreleased.
Because the Super
Darius
Nintendo
is brand new.
Because Super Nintendo had, what was it, Star Fox 2?
Star Fox 2.
Okay.
Yep. Darius is brand new. Then it's really Mega Man The Wily Wars kind of falls into that. Tetris on Sega Genesis is there, but it's ridiculously expensive. It's a tough one to come across.
That's what you were saying when we were talking briefly before this. I was not familiar with, to me, Tetris is universally available everywhere on everything. So when you were like, it's rare on Genesis, I was like, okay. I mean, I understand it. I get it. I didn't think that. If you gave me that list and said, pick which one of these is ultra rare, I would have never guessed Tetris.
Yeah.
Right.
Tetris was, because you remember Tetris being on all Game Boys ever.
Yeah.
Game Boys always came with like Tetris.
I probably lost my copy of Tetris and bought another one, and then at some point found it, and I had 2.
I started retiling a pool with Tetris cartridges. Not really, but there's that many out there that you could easily come across tons of Tetris games. So yeah, having Tetris on here is kind of unique. But I mean, they picked all the big winners and all the big games. Monster World 4 as well. I've never played, and I know that one's a little bit tough to come across.
Neither have I.
But all the other ones like Strider and all the Space Harrier, Street Fighters, Wonder Boy and Monsterland, all the way go to the top. You're talking about like, I was not a big Alex Kidd fan, but played it. Eternal Champions. We were talking about Echo the Dolphin. Loved playing that.
Bloodlines on there.
Bloodlines, yeah. I mean, that Castlevania one, that's an expensive game, too. So they kind of did all that right.
Yeah.
Right? And then let's take a look at the actual console if you haven't seen it.
One thing I really like about it is, we've talked about this of like...
It is Baltimore, you're right, man.
What if Nintendo were to do an N64 Mini or something? To me, that is basically a Nintendo and Rare machine. If you picked the 10 or 12...
It's tough to do it that way.
Right, and I feel like Sega did an awesome service here where they got a little bit of something from a lot of developers from that era of time. It's not like 20 Capcom games and 20 Sega games, right?
Yeah. Here's what it looks like. They took from what PlayStation did well, although PlayStation's kind of failed and burned and like
Games weren't amazing.
fabulous explosion, but they took and added 2 controllers in. So you get 2 3-button controllers, not the 6-button, but you get 2 3-button controllers. I'll hold 2 fingers up, but actually say 3-button controllers. But they did like license that out so that you can get a 6-button controller
For people that really want those 6-button controls.
So they're making those, and it looks. Oops, did I go the wrong way? There we go. It looks, it's got USB ports, which makes sense. So you might be able to use some other controllers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2 controllers is very smart. I agree with that, Baltimore. I mean, it looks just like it. I mean, there was another company called At Games that made tons of Genesis clones.
Okay.
With games built into them, and they were horrible. So I'm hoping better for this one. Let's see here. The other thing was in Japan, Sega's doing a little bit extra, like they always do, and they're making the Tower of Power.
Dude, this is ridiculous.
This is
in every
really
way.
crazy because none of this stuff adds any benefit to the Sega Genesis or Mega Drive Mini. It's just
not
visual
Sonic and Knuckles,
plastic.
not the CD, not the 32X.
Yeah. You kind of see here, you've got the Sonic cart in the Sonic and Knuckles double decker or whatever they want to call it.
Which basically added Knuckles to the game as a playable
that's all it
character.
did. You've got the Sega Mega or the 32X that sits on top of the Mega Drive. And then you've got the Mega Drive CD that it sits on. But all of these things are just plastic. They don't do anything.
The only thing it's missing is a Game Genie, as far as I'm concerned. And
You could have stacked that on and
on
stacked
top of it.
They called it the Tower of Power back in the day. It was kind of funny. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, I will admit. And I do agree. I mean, funny enough, Baltimore's saying like the N64 would fly off the shelves if they were to do it. Point Brooks was making is, well, most people remember Rare being a majority of the big titles. Mm-hmm. Now that Microsoft's given out like their games to everybody, I think it's a possibility. If they're going to go to Nintendo and go, yeah, take back and use these, go ahead.
You and I talked a couple.
That'll be awesome.
You and I talked a couple years ago, and we were like, "Whew, I don't know how they do it." And Rare, Microsoft and Rare put that cool little Rare collection together with some kind of insights and whatnot. And then once the whole Banjo and Smash hit the wire last night, I'm sitting there and I'm like,
sure,
right?
It's probably going to happen, but until then, we have HyperCan bringing out an N64 clone. They teased this on Twitter.
Yep.
The project manager did.
Yep.
And this is the first HDMI high def. I'm not sure if it's 720p or 1080p, but first HDMI N64 console. The patents have run out.
Just here recently.
Everybody's sitting there kind of going, well, was that really what held them back? I heard some good arguments around this. And I'll give credit's due. There's a YouTuber, Mad Little Pixel.
Okay.
He was the guy that I think picked up the Soulja Boy consoles and ran with
awesome.
this. He posed an interesting question yesterday. He was like, so why didn't they make a Nintendo 64 when the patents came out right away?
Do you actually know when the patents...
I think it was 2 years ago or a year ago. It was 1996, so it would have been like 2016, 2017.
I thought this was here like end of last year.
No, I believe it was pretty much done.
Okay.
2 years ago. But why didn't anybody make them in the meantime? Why wasn't there anything else? And he posed that, well, if it's like an FPGA, field programmable scenario, like you need that chip, that would drive the price up, right? Like that's where you get into the analog Nintendo, the analog Sega device, the analog Super Nintendo. That company based in Seattle that makes those like really high end, like $300 consoles.
Yep.
That are the exact same thing. He made a good point that this could be an emulation device, that it dumps the ROM from the cartridge into the unit and then it emulates the 64. That's how the other ones they've made have worked.
Okay.
So it may be an emulator just in a box.
Okay, you're a little more familiar with HyperCan than I am. So
HyperCan's a good company. I mean, they make quality products, but most of their stuff has actually been like it dumps the ROM and emulates the game, not runs it like an actual like FPGA chip or what is that? Field Programmable Array. I think that's what it stands for. Or the actual console where it's, the chipset that it ran off of. So it's going to be interesting. The way you can tell that, there wasn't a way to tell it by what the games they showed, because they showed it running Super Smash 64.
Okay.
They showed it running Mario 64 and Zelda Ocarina of Time. All three of those run in emulation with no problem. And they look great.
Okay.
You can run them on a standard PC running like Dolphin, whatever, 64 emulator.
Sure, yeah.
And it runs pretty
Okay.
good. So why wouldn't you pick those if you wanted to really showcase like your emulator setup? The real way is going to be able to tell if you can put an EverDrive into one of these and it reads that. Because EverDrives usually don't work with emulator where they dump ROMs.
Okay, and that's the thing where you can put all of them on the cart itself.
Yes, and then the cart has an emulator.
And you
then
dump it into the
in.
N64 and you're good. Okay.
So it's going to be interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's in emulator. But, I mean, I don't have a problem with emulation as a whole.
Neither do I.
I'm not a stickler on it. Like, I can play an emulated game as long as it would play these 100% to what they were. Mm-hmm. I don't care.
If not better,
Yeah,
right?
if not better. It did. The colors looked amazing. I mean, everything was crisp.
Yeah.
Everything was
Cool.
crisp on the video footage they showed for this thing. So that's kind of neat. So we may be able to play a little bit more N64 in the future. This is what the Atari one from HyperCan looks like. Very similar look. So this is for their Atari, but the Retron 77. So like Atari card. Same idea. Dumps the ROM.
Gosh, the pins on the controller port hurt my head.
Oh, yeah. You can use Sega Genesis controllers on these.
Can't. There you
Did
go.
you know that?
No, I didn't.
Like an Atari can use a Sega Genesis controller.
I had no idea.
Yep. Why they did that, who will know. And then one last thing that I was going to talk about, and then we'll jump over to Brooks' things.
Sure.
I'm a big fan of this game, They Are Billions. They're finally getting the campaign mode, and it's coming to PS4 and Xbox.
What's the date on that?
June 18th,
June
I think, for the
18th, okay.
campaign, but I'm not sure when it comes to consoles.
Okay, got it.
Sometime here in the near future. But this is a fun game. It's nice that they're doing a campaign for it. Can't wait to play it. Good for those guys. They've got a great game.
Okay, so I'm not terribly familiar. Did it have It didn't have a campaign before?
It did not. It was in early access. A lot of survival mode, though.
Okay, so it's a kind of heavy survival game, and now they're kind of adding more of a reason to keep running down the line.
Yeah. So I mean, I think any game as it's coming out of you have to kind of have more than just the base game when you come out of early access,
it's
right?
why Subnautica was a home run for me.
Yeah.
Right. That as they were building it, conceptually cool, but that story piece that really kind of pulled you along the environment to go check some things out and whatnot. Really, I really liked it.
Yeah. So Numatarian games.
Okay.
Good to them. Good luck with getting that out. I'm sure
Definitely.
it's always interesting. So with Baltimore, the Retron it runs in emulation. When you put a card in, it dumps that ROM. And then mission-based survival is basically what this game was set up on. And then they're adding in the campaign, and they've had like a daily challenge, I think, for a long time. I don't know how long it's been there, if it was there since they launched it in early access or not, but I know that they have one.
Okay.
So I played a lot of it. I enjoyed it. Then we were going to talk quickly. We've got two more stories, I think. You were talking about this one. This was interesting.
Yeah, so we heard about this a few weeks ago, and we were kind of skeptical because it was like, okay, like it's not like they're making DLC for the PS3 game. I mean, they've gone through and they've remastered it and they re-released it, and they're having fun with their shift codes and whatnot. I can't say that I can remember a game. So this released at September 18th, 2012.
It was a long
time
ago.
to have some DLC.
To have DLC show up at the end of the life.
That kind of leads right into 3, and I'm actually kind of a fan of this. I think this is a neat little thing that they did. They've always done right by their DLCs. They've even done that thing where there's, if I recall correctly, there's even some kind of like internal share of it with the employees right now.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, so to me, this is good on them for this. I like the idea of get people having a little bit of fun before we go into the big version of the game, right?
And it's going to be free, it looks like. So that'll be nice.
That's the rumor, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's funny how it leaked it via Steam because Steam doesn't have Borderlands 3. How did that happen?
I'm not totally sure.
Well, they probably saw it in like the DLC list for 2. It may not mean like Borderlands 3 is coming to Steam, but Borderlands 2 on Steam will get this DLC that
upcoming DLC. Huh? What do you mean? Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I can buy into that.
Yeah, I am too, Baltimore. I'm with you on that. I'm gonna probably. I have all 3 current Borderlands on Steam, so I can sit there and buy it too. And
I own every piece of Borderlands.
I'll wait until
content.
3 comes.
I own every piece of content probably twice over on this thing at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd be lying.
I have it on all consoles and all that.
We've kind of discussed. It looks like the release of this game. I mean, what did we count? 12, 14 people that we were probably going to get into this.
My Steam list, I can tell you right now, on my Steam list, if I look up Borderlands 2, I bet I have more than 30 friends that have that game.
Okay.
Scratch that. 61.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
Have all owned it.
It's definitely
it's a good game.
It's one of these games that I think universally it's fun to play. It doesn't have that same time investment that like my friends have played Division for 150 hours.
Right.
Like, you can kind of. It's a fun game to play.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm wondering, how many hours average? I don't think it shows the average. No. I think it shows the average for you on here.
Okay.
Like the amount of time. But I guess you'd have to look at maybe each friend individually.
To check. Okay, sure, yeah.
Kind of. Oh, no, it does show individually. Let's see, who's the winner in terms of hours played?
I'll venture a guess and I'll say Sarah.
Let's see.
I gotta be close.
Where's she at? Nope.
She's
probably almost, because we played that one damn near like 1-to-1.
Okay.
So I bet I have 50 hours. She's probably got 50 hours.
Oh, okay.
She didn't play much more than that.
Okay.
It looks like 258 hours.
Man, I was off.
Is the max.
Okay.
That's the most. Most people, well, all for a few. And I'll give them this. They may have played it on console or something like that. Mm-hmm. And they just found a deal like Humble Bundle did or something like that and got
screw around. For a weekend
the least amount of time somebody's put into it was 0 hours.
Okay.
So obviously they got the game somewhere for free. I wouldn't
bundle or a key or something like that. Sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine. Oh, you've got the deal. So what did Baltimore throw up in the Twitch chat? Here's the leaked splash image. Oh, okay. I don't have it flipped over there. Oh, wow.
What's it called?
Commander Lilith and the Fight for Sanctuary.
Okay.
That looks pretty cool. I like that.
So the image does match the title in this leak here. Got it.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm going to see if I can grab that and throw it over to you. Yeah, Baltimore found it, though.
Very cool.
Nice, man. It's a good pull. Looks good. That must have been what they found in Steam, I would imagine. Oh, no. Did that even come through? I tried to drop that.
It's coming through.
Okay. And then, so that's exciting. Then we got one more, probably. Oh, yeah, Pokemon. I know, it doesn't really show much in this image. But this is the Sword and Shield.
Yeah, so...
And you were saying we got a date.
Yeah, I mean, so November 15th, as if November's not stacked with what Sony's doing and Stadia.
Yeah, November's going to be a big month for us alone. Yeah. Not counting like all the games that come out everywhere else.
Just the end of this year is just I keep saying this and I'm waiting to be wrong about this, but I keep 2 years ago I was like, this is the best year of games, and then last year I was like, this won't be touched. And
right.
Then I'm running through this year and I'm like, this is getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
the quality of these games, and for the first time, there will be a mainline Pokemon RPG on home consoles. This has not happened before since, when did Pokemon come to the US? 1998? Because it was 96, 97 in Japan, red, blue, or I guess it would have been red, green over there.
Red and blue. Was it red and blue here?
It was red and blue here.
Red and blue here. That came in 90. Had to be 98.
98, yeah.
I think I bought my red copy in 99. It really wasn't for me.
Sure.
Like, in the sense of, like, I wasn't the target audience. Oh, 96 is when Baltimore sang. So, was that in the U.S.?
That's
or
for
was
Japan.
That was in Japan, okay.
Yeah.
But 98, we'll say 98. I bought mine, I know I lived in New Jersey when I bought it, because I was working in New York. And it was 99 when I was there. 98 for the U.S., yep. So when I was there, I bought it. It really wasn't, I wasn't the target audience for it, so I don't dislike Pokemon, but I don't have a real tie to it, because I wasn't, like, in my teens when
Oh boy, man, was I the target audience of this.
Yeah,
like
you were a little
you've
bit younger than me.
seen, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of how that works. It's, this was something you could actually play and talk with friends about and things like that. This is Baltimore, so, I mean, it looks damn cool. If this is what the game looks like, this is what I've been waiting for.
I'll be honest. I don't play a tremendous amount of Nintendo anymore.
Yeah,
and that's not because they don't make good games. It's just the type of games I've been playing are just they're a little heavy. I'm picking this up. I can't, in good conscience, after 21 years,
not give
a console, because in the past the console ones were like Pokemon Coliseum and Pokemon Puzzle League, and I had them, but this is one of those games. They've got co-op raid dungeons in it.
Oh yeah, it does look. It looks like it's matured enough. I mean, Baltimore was saying he was in 5th grade when it came out.
I wasn't too far behind you, dude. I was in.
And he's more into the mature, like you were saying.
Yeah,
like in most of that stuff, it's really like that.
I think
Pokemon Stadium was a big deal.
I think Baltimore and I play a very similar subset of games.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah, Baltimore. That I had Pokemon Stadium. I bought that. I ended up buying a bunch of those when my son started to get into games on his 3DS. He also wanted to play the older ones, so we went out and got I think he has my original red copy. But he went out and bought Game Boy or Game Boy Advance or whatever it was to be able to play it, and he's played through damn near every Pokemon.
Yeah,
game.
we've talked about this. Yeah,
so he'll be. I don't know if he'll come back to this though. I'm curious. He's not a big video game person now, so I don't know if he'll actually come back and play this game. We'll see.
My memories even go back to, you'll remember this, Pokemon Stadium shipped with something called the Transfer Pack.
Yeah. Yep.
Which blew my mind.
Because you could bring your game, you could play your red card or
my broken ass Pokemon into the game. Yeah, dude, all about it. All about it.
Yeah, that's exactly what Baltimore put in. He's like, that 64 had that back thing you could plug in the controller and play the Game Boy.
And then,
perfect.
And then later in my life, when I was 18 and I worked at Nintendo for 18 months, I actually QA'd on a couple projects, maybe in this realm or whatnot.
Sure.
So,
yeah, I could see that. I mean, you have a connection to it, right? I mean, it's definitely a thing that a certain generation grew up playing.
And it's
a lot of it.
And is this the new Borderlands 3 or Shadowkeep or Death Stranding? No, it's not. But I'm gonna play this. I think I'm interested to see what they've done after so long to finally get one to play on our TV.
Yeah. So. Yeah, for sure. Okay, I think we're done with news. Finally, damn, that was 40 minutes.
It was a busy week. I expect we might be pushing.
It'll be the same thing.
We might be pushing an hour next week on news. Yeah. So
I did get a chance to play Code Vein just briefly, and man, that was awesome. That's a good game. I really like it. It's Dark Souls. I got a chance to do the net. We were here last week talking about it. The network test. Mm-hmm. You did too, but you couldn't play.
It had that. I had that weird lock bug where I unlocked it via online, and I had to pull the firmware, and I was just no.
Yeah.
So your video will be good enough for me.
Yeah. So in the game is great. So I am definitely looking for Code Vein to be a great title coming, November, December, October, November.
Have they actually shown a date yet?
I thought it was late this year, but
I know
they may not have. But if they're doing network testing, that thing's almost done.
And, you and I saw that last year at some point. We were like, okay. going in the right direction.
Code Vein definitely looks good. So does Ghost. You know, two different companies making it, but those were the two titles I remember from last year. Oh, in Dead Rising, or not Dead Rising, Days Gone. That had been one. So those three had really piqued my interest, along with Sekiro. So there was like 4 games I was really looking forward to. 2 of them I've already hit. Code Vein was great, so I'm expecting that. So yeah, it's going to be a good run for nice action beat 'em up kind of RPGs.
You know, I'll repeat it once because I said it a few minutes ago. The games people are making, it's legit getting out of control.
Yeah,
it's not. I'm beyond impressed with some of the stuff I've seen. It looks so good.
I am too. You want to see some other good looking stuff?
Yeah.
So we finally got Daedalic on as a full partner. So we've got their games. So we got 35 games, and they've got an additional batch deploying throughout the rest of this year. So we're going to have another full boatload of Daedalic. You've been able to wrap majority of them already, so we've gotten some already live.
Yeah, me and the Axe and the build machine have been having a little fun at night.
Yeah, we have some technical problems. So let's see. We're going to jump into... We'll show... here is Crazy Machines 3. So if you haven't seen Crazy Machines 3, it plays... It's a puzzle mousetrap. That's exactly how I thought about it. It reminded me of Mousetrap. All you have to do is like add some pieces in to finish off the puzzle. Now this is the beginning of it, right?
Yep.
Like this is where you get Daedalic hype, dude. I've been excited about these guys. They're a good partner. Justice over there is who we work with, and he's been all on board with like getting as many titles up as possible.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about all the games.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
You know, this game, funny enough, reminds me when I was young and I had like our first PC. It was some kind of Macintosh. It was Macintosh before Apple was Apple, right?
Of course, yeah.
And I had a version of it was called Incredible Machine.
Yes,
and that's kind of what in spirit this reminds me of.
It's very similar, yeah. This one, you know, you're basically completing the course. The components that the course needs to complete the travel. That's what you're doing in this game. And you'll see the truck here, you know, you kind of have to set some things around. You have to like put some things in to keep up the road. And then you just kind of press go. And if you make ultimately you're trying to like drop the egg that's in the truck into the bucket. Yeah. And at that point, you're good. So however you get that done, really there, as far as I can see, there's kind of only one way to do it. But you can probably tinker around with it and have like variations of that way.
Later levels, change it up a little bit. You know, ultimately, it doesn't have to look pretty; just has to get done, right?
Nope. And like I said, it looks really good, especially in 4K. That's how I was playing it last night. Oh, by the way, I did figure out what was wrong with that Rescue HQ recording I did yesterday.
Oh, the saturation.
Yeah.
What was it?
HDR was turned on. It didn't know how to handle it.
That makes sense.
Yep. So I just turned HDR off for everything now.
Okay.
I had been having trouble with that TV that I have, so I didn't really use it. But that was the first time I turned it on for some unknown reason.
Okay.
And it was what was causing the issue of the saturation.
Did you intentionally turn it on, or did it just turn on and you were
recording? I did turn it on specifically for something, but then I was probably going to turn it off, forgot, and it ended up causing some really weird saturation issues with with Rescue HQ. We did a recording for our other show that's on Wednesdays, and it was like really bright, and you could barely see what the hell.
We had to tweak, and we tried to make it lighter and darker.
Yeah, I tried to fix it prior to like going live, and it just didn't work out.
You know, one cool thing about this Crazy Machine games in particular is they're actively keeping the game up to date. So new parts, new machines, new puzzles, which is you know, I'm a pretty big fan of, you know, releasing the game and churning out some updates. You know, keeping it healthy, keeping people interested. I'm
just dropping some links in for this game if anybody's interested in checking it out. Baltimore. What other show? Yeah, you don't know about that. We do a show on Wednesdays on Facebook. And Facebook is kind of focused towards the casual games that we have on our platform.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
We do that, and we run it at noon
to 1.
Noon to
every
1
Wednesday.
on Pacific time.
Yep.
And that's every Wednesday we do that. So we've done essentially 20 shows of each.
The only reason we're on 19 is because we got hit with that brutal snowstorm,
Yeah, we had a
which
bad
just messed
snowstorm.
everything up.
Yeah. So we couldn't even get into the office to do the Wednesday show, but somehow we made it for the Thursday one. But yeah, we've done 20 shows across the board.
It was probably me
for each one.
It was probably me getting my car out of the iced alley.
I don't know,
whatever.
man. I had like 5 feet of snow, so I don't even know if I could make it out. I forget
Okay.
what it ended up being. I think I canceled it. I think I
Okay.
was like, yeah, we can't make this. It's too dangerous.
Okay, well, we can blame you then.
You're at work around that time? Yeah, you can always check it out on the page. We don't really cross the stream, so to speak.
Right.
You know, like the Ghostbusters.
Right.
Because it's really more casual content.
Very, very heavy on this.
But we do a lot of different games over there too. And we showed, for example, we showed that Rescue HQ over there because it kind of is a good bridge kind of game, you know, from casual players to more core.
You know, we were talking about, you know, in the vein of like Match 3s, we talked about, what was it? The Puzzle Quest franchise here a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right, which is to us more of a little more of a core type of game that's got some strategy and RPG
Jump
to
out
it.
of this. So we've seen enough of that. Yeah, that's for sure. I think we're going to try something. So we want to do some giveaways on this channel. We do them on our other channel, and it's a little bit different of how we do them there. But I thought we'd give away one of two games. We could give away we can give some copies away of, and these are all thanks to our buddy Justice over at Daedalic.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He's providing them. Crazy Machines 3 or Witch It. Witch It is actually another game we're going to talk about. So we just saw Crazy Machines 3. So I thought I would take, and we're going to do it this way. In Baltimore, you're more than welcome to try and do this as well.
Hop in on the phone.
I was thinking about like how we could give away the keys without having to like have all the other stuff I used to do for it, and make it reasonably interesting. So what I'm going to do, and this is for anybody in the chat, I'm gonna do a trial of one here. So let's see, we're gonna do let's do the first one here. So this is for Witch It. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the code in chat, but I'm going to remove 2 of the letters.
Brutal.
And then it'll sit there and people can try it. So the code will have 2...
and you're saying it is letters.
I'm going to say yes, it's letters. And I'm going to
letters.
denote those by... it's going to be some underscores there. So whoever guesses the code, whoever tries it in Steam, these are Steam games, wins the game. So there's for chat. Same codes in both. So everybody's on the same. But you can try it in Steam. If you can figure out the 2 missing letters, you get Witch It. And then we'll do some more as we go.
Okay.
I'm not going to give any clues on it because there's 26 letters. The comment, actually, you know what? Maybe I should have just done one.
I mean, 26 times
26 is a lot of combinations. If we had more people doing this, maybe it'd be easier. So
676 possible combinations.
we won't do that. So the first one I'll give everybody is a W.
Okay.
So one of them is a W.
Okay, that means you have 26 possible combinations. Off to the races.
Yep.
Yep.
So go ahead and try it, and we'll the first. I'll even type that in chat so everybody knows. So first letter is W. We'll see if anybody gets that, and then we've got other ones to give away. So we'll start doing this. We've been doing giveaways on the other show for quite some time, but yeah, we're going to give away these 2 games tonight. And we're going to give away a few of them each as we go. So we'll come back to this. But the next game, so we looked at Crazy Machines 3. The next game we're going to look at is Sky Hill.
Okay. You know a little more about this than I do.
Yes, Sky Hill. Funny enough, reminds me a lot of a game that I used to play called. Well, it reminds me of two games. It reminds me of Lone Survivor. If you've ever played that, it's available on PC and PS3. We were talking about that, or PS Vita, I know for sure. And it also reminded me of a game called not Bunker. What was it called? Jeez, I even kickstarted.
I feel bad because we talked about this 2 hours ago.
Oh yeah, man, I had it right on the top of my head. Not the Bunker, because that's like a live action one, which is good. This was, oh man. Regardless, doesn't really matter what I think, but it had the very same kind of mechanics in it, and where you had crafting, and you had to watch your sleep, and you had to watch your food level and all that stuff, eating and everything. This game, though, you're basically in a world where an event has happened, nuclear apocalypse, whatever it could be.
Losing the one you love is tough.
Happened, and
maybe I was lucky.
Essentially,
Lucky not to
the
see what they would become.
character you play as survived that
They died
event
instantly.
and lives in this high-rise condo, or hotel, or condo, I guess it is.
99 floors, 100 floors.
99, that's 100 floors. I think he lives in the penthouse, and then he starts in the penthouse,
99 down.
and then 99 floors below. And it's a roguelike
And I was the only one who survived.
game where you essentially get perks for as long as you make it, but when you die, it's permadeath.
True death is death.
Permadeath.
New game.
You've got to start over, but you get to carry those perks over.
Yep.
So in the game, you're trying to make your way down through each floor, and then you're trying to find out what you're going to do as you go through the game. So you have to fight some monsters, you have to search rooms, you have to collect food, you have to collect water, you have to collect crafting materials.
It's got some standard survival mechanics to it.
Yep.
If you're familiar with survival games.
It's got some advanced fighting, like
Looks a little VATS right there to me.
it's a little VATS.
That's
You can
kinda what
choose
that
to
reminds
go
me
for the
of.
head. You got less of a chance. You can, and then you can upgrade your character to like give you better stats. Right? Obviously, you get better accuracy. You get more strength. You get all that stuff. So kind of an interesting game mechanic where, again, it definitely has Lone Survivor-esque style where you're against the world, but here you see and fight the enemies. So it's a little bit of a nice combination of roguelike and permadeath all combined. But it's definitely a solid title. If you get a chance to play it, give it a shot. Sky Hill is an interesting game. I've always wanted to play it, and I ended up buying it for the episode and getting a chance to go through it.
I do like the style to it, where they move. Not when I say they moved away. Some of the other games we looked at are more of a 8-bit or 16-bit in nature. I kind of this has got a. I don't think we came up with an actual style. I feel like there's some cell in here. I might
It's
be
definitely
wrong.
cell shaded if
Yeah.
you look closely. Like if you've got it, if you expand the screen or you like zoom in, you should be able to see it. And it's definitely got more of a cell shaded look to it or stylistic design than anything else. Although you and I were pointing out it kind of looked like it was pixelated, but it's not. It's actually cell shaded.
Yeah, once we got a little closer in on it.
Yeah. It's definitely a good game. You can see the inventory screen there where you actually have all of your different items you collect, weapons you manage. You've got your health. You've got your kind of food. Whether you're starving, your levels of food. It's also got like when you get tired, because you're walking up and down stairs and fighting enemies, you're going to get tired faster. So that also takes effect on your character's body as well.
Page go. There we go. Sorry.
So it's got some really interesting game mechanics to it. And again, not mind-blowing kind of design to it. It's challenging.
I want to know. I want to know what's at the bottom. I want to know what's at the bottom floor.
Yeah, I don't know. We got
Yeah.
down to what 83, and then there's a story being told, so very similar to like BioShock or something like that.
With the tapes or the
mentioned it.
recordings that kind of give you an insight into what happened before you got here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you get a chance to see kind of what everything looked like.
And not that that is at this point new or original or even, but I like that method of storytelling. I'm a big fan.
Oh, for
System
sure.
Shock,
Yeah.
BioShock. I mean, there's many games that have done this, so
Yeah.
it's not. I mean, those are not the only ones by any stretch of the
I
imagination.
agree. I mean, I think that like, you've got pretty much the standards in this game. You've got some new ideas. Overall, the game, here you're getting a chance to sleep, so you're going to rejuvenate your player.
Mm-hmm.
Your the guy you're controlling.
Are you safe when you sleep?
You are safe as far as I could tell.
Okay.
Like there was nothing that came and attacked, so it's not like Darkwood.
Okay.
Darkwood is that one where like
Right.
enemies are trying to get you no matter what you're doing. So
Right.
like if you're out running around, there's dogs to deal with. If you're sleeping, you're trying to stay in your house. You don't sleep in that game, but if you're trying to stay in your house, at night something's coming for you. So it's a little bit more hectic in that one. This one is not this. It's not the same, right? In that sense, it's definitely a little bit less of that and a little bit more strategy of how far you can go down in the building and what you can unlock to like make the elevators work, because the elevators allow you to travel without burning your stamina.
It's we mentioned this when we were chatting about it. I still find it fascinating that survival mechanics became quite popular because inherently I don't find eating food or drinking food in games fun, but when you tie all of them together with food and sleep and eating and drinking and the sense of dread and
Yes.
enemies are going to get you, it really heightens the experience where it's not like I'm running down the hallway and my shield is regenerated and now I have a bunch of health again.
Right. Yeah.
So-
These games are, and you definitely have to manage it because it's obviously going to be hard to find food, things like that within your little area that you can go in between. So you have some factors like that that make it more difficult and more challenging. Sorry, I had to take a drink. I was going to cough there.
No, all good.
Man, talk so much, I just run out of.
Yeah.
I still have to cough. Hang on. Sorry. I'm still looking for that other game, though, that I want to say it reminds me of. And it's got a lot of similar mechanics to it. I'm kind of looking. I know I've got it. It's like one of my biggest YouTube videos that I have on my channel. And why I can't remember it, man, it's beyond me, so I just got to pull that up. But, again, Sky Hill, I thought it hits all the right notes for a survival game, plays well. The game, I like the permadeath. I always love like permadeath in games. I think that makes it a hell of a lot tougher.
Yeah, I mean the dread and the challenge that comes behind that.
Yep.
For sure.
I am going to find this thing here, if it kills me. It just drives me nuts.
Yeah, I gotta say, I came to be interested in survival mechanics a little bit late. You play a little more early access than I do.
I do.
I tend to want to be like, hey, look, like, wait till it's done and I'm gonna play.
Yep.
And you kind of
Sheltered. Yeah, Baltimore knows. Thanks, man.
There
That's
you
the
go.
game.
There you
God,
go.
I could not think of that. I couldn't even get to it fast enough. But yeah, it reminds me a lot of Sheltered without the family to like take care of. Similar game.
And I gotta say, the first survival game, I'd played a bunch, and this is sans the roguelike. Subnautica still is my favorite survival game.
Oh,
That was
Subnautica's
an
a great game.
absolute home run to me. And since then, I've warmed up, and then as if Subnautica didn't drive it home, then Days Gone did it, and that's that at this point, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I stayed away from survival for a little while. I was not.
It's not everybody's cup of tea, so to speak. Not everybody appreciates playing that. Oh, nice, Funk. Great, man. Glad you got it. So he got the
Awesome.
code on there.
Cool.
Awesome, dude. Appreciate it. Have you guys tried Subnautica Below Zero? Yeah, we did. I actually bought that one day. Brooks
We bought it.
Brooks hasn't played it on PC. He played Subnautica on PS4.
Yeah. Uh huh.
And then we were playing, because Below Zero literally came out the week that you finished.
I beat the
game.
game. Got to
Yeah.
Rocket left the planet. Got to the end. Got to see all the cool. What were they called? Reapers.
Yep.
Right. And then it was like I was sitting there and I was like, oh, dude, I want to play this, but like it's kind of not done.
Yeah.
So I'm still chomping at the bit for it to come out.
Yeah, no, it's we're looking forward to that. I've played a little bit of it, but I haven't played.
They just published a new update yesterday for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I may have to go check that out. I haven't played it in a while. Let's jump off of Sky Hill. Let's do another giveaway since we played around with that. So again, these are the two games we're giving away tonight. We've got multiple copies of the games to give away, so we're going to do it. So we just gave away Witch It. Funk won that. Congratulations. Funk Ketamine won that. Sorry, I don't usually. I got into the habit of like running my own streams that I never say like the full name. I always just kind of say the one that looks
abbreviated, right?
That is abbreviated in chat. So, but the other. So let's give away a copy of Crazy Machines 3, and I always got to. We were. Yeah, after you said like having that many choices, that's a little bit much. Having 716 different options.
A little aggressive.
So we're not going to do. We're only going to remove one.
Right.
Of the codes, digits in this, or digit or letter. We'll take a look. So let me pull that up. So which one we were going to do? Machines, right? Where do I have them? There we go. And again, this is thanks to Justice over at Daedalic for providing these.
Yeah, we haven't quite shown it off yet, but here this evening we are going to talk about Witch It, which we played earlier today.
Yeah, Witch It is fun. Witch It is fun. So this one will even be a little easier, funny enough. You basically just got to guess it's going to be a number. So this one should be a little bit faster. So again, let me make sure that it's in both before I hit go. So all you have to do is guess the number of the missing digit. And you probably can figure out it's between 0 and 9, because it's only one number.
Okay.
So a little bit easier. So good luck. This one's for Crazy Machines 3.
Both good games.
Yeah, both great games. Both great games. And just so we're clear, the ones that we're showing here, if you go to Wild Tangent, now we're giving away Steam keys. We talked about that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We're giving away Steam keys for tonight. The ones that we have on the service, you can try the game for free for 30 minutes regardless.
Yeah.
Because they're wrapped with Wild Tangent's tech. So if you ever just want to try the game, you can go over and give it a 30-minute try on our service.
Most of the Daedalic games you can try, with the exception of
Witch It, funny enough, that's true. Witch It and Crazy Machines you cannot try.
You cannot, and Oh My Gore you can also not try because they rely on the Steam backend.
Yeah, so the reason why is, as Brooks pointed out, I'll give you a little bit more detailed. The reason why they gave us Steam keys to distribute for those is because we don't provide a back-end server infrastructure for online multiplayer.
Yes. All
three of these games have Oh My Gore, Crazy Machines 3, and Witch It 3, Witch It, all have multiplayer. I know, I just keep going down the line. So that doesn't work. They have to have a back end to run it off of. And Steam is, obviously a good solution for them on that.
Right.
So, but the rest of the games, like Sky Hill and all those, you can try for free for 30 minutes. Oh, you're interested? Yeah, exactly. That's funny.
Do you want to show a little bit of Witch It and talk about it?
Yeah, let's talk about. Cool. We'll show what Witch It. So Witch It, since you don't know, maybe you do. Witch It is a hide and seek game.
This was new to me when Justin showed this to us. Yeah.
Yeah. So Witch It, you play as a witch. Right now, I think I'm playing as a chair. You can become as the witch. You can become anything in the environment.
Become a slice of cheese.
You can become a slice of cheese, or a potion, or a cage, or whatever. I'm this chair right now. I'm trying to get the chair to stand up because essentially you're trying to hide and be as inconspicuous as possible. So you want to look like you're supposed to be in the environment. Mm-hmm. And you've got witch hunters that run around, the other side of the coin. and they're trying to find you, and they have multiple tools to try to like flush you out.
Big dudes throwing potatoes because.
Yeah, they throw potatoes to knock you out, but they also have chickens that'll like they're like blood-seeking bloodhound chickens or whatever. I don't know.
Right.
They go out and like you throw a chicken, and the chicken will have like a Metal Gear Solid like exclamation mark above his head. And that means like the witch is somewhere in the area.
Found.
And then they've got to like beat the hell out of every like living object
Right.
or little object that's laying around to try to find the witch. So I'm kind of like just hiding here as a chair. It as you can imagine, playing hide and seek, if you're really good at it, you're going to be good through the whole game. You're probably not going to get caught. But there are some tools that they use to like flush you out that are not like. I think here you're going to see there was a smash. So when they landed, they smashed down.
Yep.
Things moved, and that would make, I believe, a witch get highlighted
Okay.
as that object, so you could attack the object. That just barely missed like where we were hiding there, where I was hiding.
Mm-hmm.
So that guy disappeared. But the next guy like looks at this chair in the corner, probably figured out like, oh, okay, that's something out of place.
A little inconspicuous.
Yeah, a little bit, you know. What's it? It's like typhoid. Yes, it is like that. It's like the typhoid hunter and prey.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep,
very similar.
absolutely.
So now I'm a witch hunter. So I've got my potatoes that I can throw, and I got my chickens. And I think there's equal teams of witches and witch hunters.
That's what it looked like when we were starting, that it looked like maybe 8v8 or 10v10
Yeah.
or something along those lines.
And they also have many different ways to traverse
Yeah.
the map. So you can, with this hunter here I was playing, I think I had like that leap. I could jump higher.
And the witches and the hunters don't necessarily have the same ability.
Yeah,
or
they all
moves.
have their
Yeah.
unique components to them. Yeah, that's the one. Thanks, Baltimore. That's the Witchet link. Appreciate it, man. I got to throw the Sky Hill one in there, too. That was my fault. Thank you for doing that. So, yeah, this game's only available through Steam. So you buy the code, and then you get it to redeem over there. But it is multiplayer. We played it for, I don't know, a little bit.
Played some rounds.
It was
Yeah.
fun. It was fun. I could see this kind of game being something we could play on the stream.
Right.
Right, so we may end up playing this actually. Thanks, Baltimore.
We even talked about if we could wrangle up enough people that wanted to kind of play online as soon as we wanted to start. That
Yeah, we may
might-
end up
might-
doing that
Yeah.
for one of the streams coming up, like a stream next week or something. Maybe split the stream up and not show like games, but just play 2 games or something like that. We've done
Right.
that with the other episode
Right.
or with the other show, where we could all sit around and play Witchet 3 together, or Witchet, not 3.
And hey, if you're good enough, you might have to go join the Italian. What was it? The hide and seek
Hide and seek world champs
championships
you showed me. Yeah, that
that
was ridiculous.
we found that's a thing. I guess.
Yeah, I guess you can actually have like a world champion hide and seek
Oh, the Italians take it seriously. This is not a joke.
artisan. I don't know what that is.
They don't even play for money. They play for pride.
For
Okay.
pride,
They play
yes.
for pride.
Yeah, the Italian pride. So, yeah, a fun game. It's definitely worth giving a try. If you haven't played it yet, it's very interesting. And I'm kind of surprised that they didn't go free to play on this one. Not that I think not every game needs to be free to play. But because it is actually so fun, you've really got to get that message out. And I think a free-to-play version of this would be awesome with like the ability to add in like cosmetic items or
Skins or
something
cosmetics
like that.
or little animations or trails or glows or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Baltimore said it's about as serious as the open hand slapping world championship.
Exactly. Absolutely. Those guys get hit hard though.
Oh, I'm sure. Reminds me of wrestling.
There's a couple YouTube videos where guys get hit so hard they faint.
I could see that.
Me and Baltimore seem to be into some of the
I've
same
never
things,
seen this, but
so-
I've seen wrestling, so I know that it kind of works the same. But no, that's really funny. Some of those guys are monsters. They literally slap the souls out of each other.
Oh, dude, it's not. This is I don't want to call it quite. It's not quite, you've seen those. What is it called? Strongman, where they got those like, what are they? They're like from like Iceland,
Yeah.
or whatever, and they're pulling like airplanes or whatever.
Yeah, I've seen like the strongest man in the world competitions or something like that, where they're lifting like block chariots or something like that.
They're not quite that size, but these dudes, there's some weight. There's some weight behind those slabs.
That is funny. I can see it. Well, they had all sorts of stuff, arm wrestling, whatever. Let's see. Let's get to our last game that we were going to show because, God, we're never going to even be able to play our other game. Let's see. We'll jump over and show one more. Let's give another copy of Witch It away. We'll just put it in the chat. Again, if nobody picks it, nobody finds it, or nobody picks the winning code, then it's going to be in chat for a while, right? So somebody will eventually win it this way, and then we'll probably end up giving a few away on Twitter and stuff like that as well. So we're going to look to do giveaways, I think weekly if we can. We've been doing them it was fun.
We've been doing them on the Wednesday show, so I think we're going to consistently be starting to do them on Thursdays.
Yeah, I think we can do that. It's always fun to get more people involved in the giveaways. So let's see. I'm going to do another copy of Witch It before we jump into. Actually, we'll jump into our last game, and I'll talk about it while we do the actual game. So that'll give us more time to play.
Yep.
Barotrauma. Barotrauma.
Barotrauma.
So the next game we wanted to show is a funny one, and I know that some people on Twitch have seen this because I've played it, and I know a couple other people like Sinead that have played it. Holy Potatoes, a weapon shop. Holy Potatoes is a franchise.
Yep.
But they're not the exact same type of game.
Yeah, they kind of move through various genres, but keeping the same cast.
Yep.
And I feel a little lame because I was playing them, and I turned to you. What was it? Monday or Tuesday? And I was like, "Did you know that all the characters are potatoes?" And you're like, "Yes, it's called Potatoes." I didn't pick up on this. I don't know how that was possible.
Yeah, it's kind of it was a funny game that came out. Oh man. I probably played this. I'm trying to think when I played this on my screen. 4 years ago?
Okay.
4 or 5 years ago?
Okay.
And I knew some other folks. So there's one letter. This is a letter. A letter is missing.
So this is more of a simulation management style of game.
It's kind of like a tycoon game.
Okay.
Tycoon, simulation management, whatever you want to call it. I guess, you could put it up against like video game tycoon or dev tycoon or something like that, or Lemonade Tycoon. It's basically like your father passed away, as far as I remember the story.
Okay.
Your father passed away, and he left his stake in a weapon shop. And I don't know if his stake was bigger, but the guy tells you, like, yeah, your father had it and I had a business together. His stake was 0.01%. So...
Is that really even a stake?
I don't know, but anyhow, that's what the guy's telling you. And the other guy is like, oh, my stake is 99.9%. But you get to come in and make all the work, and I'll make all the money. That's essentially what's given. And
kind of business I'm trying to run.
And the potato's pretty happy about this. So he comes in, he's like, yeah, I can do this. And you learn how to like make a weapon, learn how to hire people in. Obviously, you have like the girl there, I think her name's Lana Kraft.
Okay.
She looks like Laura Croft.
Sure, yeah.
Right, and that's Bo Hogan, or Bulk Hogan instead of Hulk Hogan.
Right.
Or Bulk Bogan. They have specific things. Like, she is really good at, like, strength. He is really good at, we'll say, agility. And the guy that's down here in the corner, I forget the name of his character there, Russert Peters or something like that. He is good at, we'll say, durability. So you kind of place them in those specific areas, and you build the weapons based off of that, and then you got to send each of them out to sell the actual weapon. So some become better salesmen than others. You can designate one as being like, you're the merchant seller, you go out and sell all the weapons that we have, go. And then everybody else stays and works. And you can make weapons while they're gone, but essentially you lose out on one component of that weapon being made.
Okay.
If you don't have somebody else to take their place. So you grow the facility, you grow your shop, you start making more and more, and then when you go to sell it, it's kind of like Dope Wars.
Okay.
Right? You go and you sell to specific clients, and they're willing to pay more, and they're going to like if the weapon that you're selling fits like who they are,
Okay.
or what they do, then they're going to give you a better like review, and then that's going to drive your weapon prices up.
Awesome.
But if you give somebody that they may want to pay the most, but it may not fit what they use, then they're going to give a bad review or a normal review.
Do you want the cash or the rep type of thing?
Exactly. So you're going to be fighting against that back and forth.
You get some strategy in there. That's cool.
Yep. And it's not making dollars, you're making starch.
Of course.
That's what they call it. And then they talk about like why there's starch involved and nobody understands, and they're like, yeah, well, that's what we do.
Right.
But this is a entire series of games that we're going to be putting out. We've got Holy Potatoes in Space, Holy Potatoes, What the Hell?
Yep.
Something like that. All of those are going to be coming up, and they all have 30-minute trials
Yep.
on them as
We
well.
got this one up, and then we are working on a spy story.
Yeah. Spy Story is another one that, it's just a different type of game mechanic in that.
Yep.
Not all of them are the same mechanics. They have unique style and design to each game, and they've been actually cranking some of these out pretty quick. I was impressed like how quickly they were getting these out the door. So I'm going to drop the link in chat for Holy Potatoes, a weapon shop. And then we can jump over to Barotrauma.
This should be an interesting play tonight.
Yeah, we were trying to think, could we do this as a online game to play with everybody? It ends up being, the game is a little complex.
Right.
And to make it easier, like if we were playing Witch-It tonight, which like I said, we may end up playing Witch-It next week.
Much easier.
Much easier game for everybody
Much
to get
easier
into. You can get the code, you can start playing right away. So we're going to try to seed some codes out for Witch-It, and then we'll see how many people we can get to play next week. But Barotrauma, it's a great game, but it definitely is a little bit more involved. It's not a difficult game, it's just a little bit more involved. So let me get that kind of set up while we watch a little bit more of the Holy Potatoes. And we should be able to just jump right into the game. Yep, we're good there. So I think we're good. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to jump into Barotrauma. Barotrauma.
Yep.
Not trauma. I'm thinking of, you ever remember Traumaville? It's like D movies.
Traumaville. That does not ring a
Yeah,
bell
probably
right
better off it doesn't. I'm not going to show any of the video in it. We actually, we probably get we don't monetize it. We probably get like delisted for having that game up or that movie up. It's probably licensed. So anyhow, let's jump over to Barotrauma, which I believe is something to do with like when you ascend too quickly. It's like swimmer's ear, diver's ear, they call it. That's what I think it's like nicknamed.
Got it. Okay.
So I think it's whenever you ascend too quickly, you get that pressure variant, and it like starts to push in your sinuses or whatever it is.
Let's not talk about diving into deep water right now.
Yeah, I know.
Probably
We were talking
bothers
about
me.
that all day yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, let's jump over to this.
You playing mouse and keyboard tonight, or are we playing on controller?
I believe the game is only mouse and keyboard.
Plays mouse keyboard. Cool.
Yep. If I'm not mistaken, it's only mouse and keyboard. And we should have, I'm going to turn up the audio just a hair to get some of it going. So I figured we'd do a new game.
Okay.
I was going to say like training, because the game's online, so you can play up to 16 players, I think is what we figured out when we were looking at it. It does have some Steam Workshop already integration. I'm not sure if that's available right now. You haven't subscribed to any mods. I didn't look for any mods. Oh yeah, they do have it. So it's already seeded with mods, stuff like that. The game just came out the 5th, so yesterday.
Brand new.
Yeah.
Yep. We have day of launch on this one.
So at least they had some stuff. Still doing the training mission. I had the same thing. That first training mission is a little... I'll just show that so everybody gets an idea, and then we'll play the new one. So you have 4 or 5 different types of jobs. Or you have a mechanic training, you have an engineer training, you have a medic, you have a security officer, and you have the captain.
Ideally, if you were playing with friends, you wouldn't all play one job.
Right, you would want to have X amount of mechanics, X amount of engineers, one captain maybe, that type of stuff. Yeah, for sure. And you know what I can do? I can put it on full screen, so everybody gets a chance to see. I'll bounce back a bit, but... Oh, what happened here? Oh, there we go. Now we're good. So right now we're playing as a mechanic. So we're getting a little bit of training here. So if you haven't noticed, the game... or if you hadn't never looked at the game or tried it, the game is kind of a physics-based, but you're on a wire kind of thing. So like if I press the spacebar, my dude just gives up.
Ragdolls, and that's.
But he's like just right back up if I let go.
What did we play the other day, real quick? And not to interrupt this, the game where you got to hold your breath and walk and talk and.
Oh, Manual Samuel.
Yeah,
that one's pretty tough. That one is tough because there's a lot of stuff you've got to do, but it's a fun game. I was laughing about Manual Samuel. So here we've got to unlock the door. We can see like, hey, the light's green, the door's unlocked. I just click on it, we go through. It does have that fog of war. Tells you about your containers, like that you can get like different items from there. But the fog of war is the cone of vision that you have.
Okay.
Like if a wall's blocking it, it's black on the other side, or it's dark. You can't really see what's on the other side of a wall or a door or whatever it is. So if we go up to this thing here, we can grab out our tools. Just double click on some of these. Boom, done. Yeah, so we've been through here, we know what it looks like. We don't know what that side looks like, so it's a little dark. We don't know really over here because the door blocks our way, so there must be like a window or something. But if we lift that up, boom, we're done. We'll walk a little bit further. Now we're getting into an area where it's like, hey, there's a problem here. So it tells you about leaks, to repair leaks in the hull, equip the welding tool by double-clicking it. Some items, like the welding tool, require 2 hands that are free. You'll see like 2 little indicators where you have 1 hand on something maybe, or you have 2 hands on it down in the bottom of your toolbar down there. Unequip or drop the item by double clicking it. When welding tool is equipped, hold mouse 2 to aim. So those are basically your simple instructions. And you can even see like a video, which is kind of nice. They did that.
Yeah.
I didn't even check out the video. This just shows it. So you can actually see what you're supposed to do. So in my mind, this must have been something that was extremely hard for them to show.
Yeah.
Or to explain.
Through text, right?
Yeah. But you can see what you do here. You just fix that. So that's it. So we're just got a simple job. We got to go fix that. Okay. We're going to go up here. Yep. And then we need to put our mask on. There we go. And I think we need our welding tool, which we have 2 hands on. And now we got to swim, so there's a leak in the hull. And this is where the ragdoll physics comes into play. So let's see here. We're going to try and fix the hull here. Water pumps. When the sub is flooded, use the pumps to drain excess water. Okay. I think we've got to fix one more item here. Oh, actually, there's a little bit more we got to fix. I think we got it. Yep.
We're looking a little aggressive on that.
I was, yeah. Okay. So let's turn this on. Get that dirty water out of here. So essentially, that's kind of how you can maneuver your character through. Couldn't get the door. Yeah, you have to have the mask on to be able to get through the door, Baltimore. I know. I was caught off guard by that. I was able to figure it out This was giving me a little bit of trouble because I had the welding tool, but I didn't know you had to hold right on the right mouse button to kind of equip it. So crafting, it'll go through and show us a little bit of that. Essentially, you're going to be able to craft different items. I don't know if I can just choose engineer here and kind of we could move forward and start playing the campaign a bit, or should we stick to the tutorial?
I kind of want to take a swing at the campaign.
Kind of want to do that?
Yeah. See what happens.
Let's see here.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, true. So here's where you craft, things like that. Up, there's a fire, so obviously that needs to be taken care of. There's fire extinguishers. But to Brooks's point, we're going to jump out of this and we're going to try the campaign a little bit. So let's jump into a new game. And let's see. So map save. You can choose what type of submarine you're on. The Orca, the Remora, the Typhoon, the Venturer, the Bunny, or the Dugong. Let's do that. And let's see here. So we'll just save this as WT. Oh, is it not going to let me? It's not. Never mind. Let's move forward. Okay, so as far as I know, it does start you off in different areas. So it's randomly generated where you start.
Okay.
I don't know if it has anything to do with what sub you pick, but I believe it's randomly generated as you go through. And we're going to do Bellis Lena, because I don't think there's anything. We're based here right now, but then we've got to go check stuff out. So I don't think we can do anything here. So let's go to Bellis Lena. No mission. Terminate swarm. Salvage an artifact. Let's try that. So essentially we're going to get a reward, and then we're going to be researching the city of Nova's, whatever it was. We're going to be doing some research for that. So, you've got a crew already assigned, so I guess I'm the captain?
I would imagine that's the case.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I mean, what should be the grunt, right?
Yeah, exactly. So then 16 players can play this at once. It's kind of ridiculous. So you'd have everybody kind of run around just falling.
Oh, this would be... I gotta think this would be pretty bananas with a bunch of humans in here just causing chaos.
Yeah, I would think so as well. I mean, this game... So we must be the captain because we have a gun. I would imagine that that's how that works. So we can go run around. We can go look at our status. Let's see if we can see that. So this is like repair. I don't want to do that. Oh, did my mouse just die? No, there we go. I thought the mouse died. I don't believe... We're docked at the city of Nova... Okay, so we're already docked. We want to undock, I guess. I haven't done the captain tutorial, so I'm going to guess through this.
We'll see how this goes. Don't crash the sub.
Yeah, so we're undocked. And now we're going to go... Can we do autopilot? Bellislina, let's go there. And we should be good, right? Reactor shutdown, toggle batteries. I think we're moving. I think we should be good right now. Let's see if we can see the radar. Is this the radar? No. Navigation terminal. Okay, we got it on autopilot. Does it know where we want to go? Let's try manual steering. I haven't tried that.
Last time I got involved with driving a submarine, we took the Cyclops deep in, in Subnautica, and, well...
Lost everything.
Well, I actually left a bunch of stuff because I really got into the Cyclops, but yeah, needless to say that...
Door with buttons.
Needless to say, the Cyclops is no longer with us. right?
That's true. Do we have to... You know what? I bet we have to go down. I'm going to actually do autopilot. We're going to go here. Reactor shutdown, electrical discharge cell. I'm wondering if the engines are even running, so let's go check that out. There's our batteries. Let's see. Got suits, so we can even go diving a little bit. Oh. There we go. Oh, I didn't know you could jump down. I'm wondering what it sounds like with this on. So we got oxygen there. We don't need that. Let's get over here. Okay, this nuclear reactor. Do we have that on? Temp low, low, critically low temperature. Okay, there we go. That's what it was. We didn't have the reactor on. Output is low. God, is it going to explode? I don't want that. The fuel rods. Turbine output. Okay. Things are doing their stuff. Okay, let's go take a little walk. Junction box. Okay, now we got power, we got the load on. Supplies. That is fuel rod. Okay. I mean, nuclear fuel rods probably last like 40, 50 years, right? I mean, then that would Fallout says.
I have to, I mean, I gotta think so, right? Isn't that the point of the whole thing?
You'd think. Oops, I don't need to go that way. I'm gonna go back up the ladder. Okay. Is there anything for me to do over here? You can grab supplies. So I guess you kind of just grab whatever you need to craft with. But let's go back up to our navigation. Maybe I think we're moving now. I hope.
What makes you think that? Just curiously.
Oh, wait. Was it this way? I think it's this way. Yeah. Because I had to turn the nuclear fuel, or nuclear reactor on.
Ooh.
I believe we're on the go now.
Got a little bit of a leak situation there.
Where do you see that?
That is not good.
Holy
the blue. Oh,
crap.
Oh. The mid's going.
What is going on? What?
The mid is going.
Why did they sell me a garbage machine? What are we running the salvation operation? Oh, there he goes.
Oh.
Get your suit on. I'm getting a suit on too. Yeah, so we now have to go figure out what the problem is here. So there's the oxygen. Okay, get out of the way. Do they have maintenance? Nope, that's all materials. Oh, they got it figured out. So that would be somebody's actual job.
If you had another crew type of thing.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to give this a try, Baltimore. Give it a shot and see how it plays. With online.
I'll be the captain.
There you go. Looks like water's pretty much gone, so... Whoop. Wait, what am I trying to flip on and off? Small pump. Okay, we don't need that. Diver suit. Can we hang that up? Just kind of threw that on the ground. Who the hell is that? Yeah, I think he is. Nope, I can't mess with him. Okay, we're gonna... oh, that thing's still filled with water, too. Okay, well, we didn't do all of it, so... Obviously, that's somebody else's problem. That pump will take care of this. There's still a leak here somewhere. But what is the leak? I don't pipe. That is a problem, but we'll have to find one. Okay, that one's powered on. I need the tools. Let's go find some tools first. Because if I don't have tools, I'm not going to be able to fix anything. And they all seem just fine with, like, the ship sinking.
Just waiting around for someone to fix the problems.
Yeah, I know that. Let's see. That's our engine. That's our pump in our engine room. Oh, is this the maintenance bay? Here we go. I'm going to grab a wrench, a welding fuel tank, a welder, and a crowbar. Okay, now, if they haven't already fixed it, after all that time, before the machine sinks, I'm going to try to fix it. Exactly. If we hit the icebergs, we can blame Brooks. He's the captain.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just like I was running the restaurant and Overcooked Right, and we were letting
God,
willy-nilly
that was
people
so
just, you know, it's like we're
That was
some
really
health
funny.
inspections, like people were dropping food. Someone had to crack the whip.
Okay, so I think...
The names with Scott.
Yeah, I know. He gets a little... Okay, I think potentially we're dealing with problems here. That is an awkward position to be in. Okay, everything's looking good. I think we got that. Now let's turn the pump on. And they keep dropping their diving suit right in front of the pump. Oh, maybe the pump's still working. Kind of seems like it, but then it kind of seems like, okay, well, it's leaking too? It is. It's filling up here. So that's... must be something I have to fix. There we go.
I don't really know what kind of operations being run on the submarine tonight.
I mean, I'm just going through and fixing everything. Just welding the shit out of it all. There we go. We still got standing water. What is the problem here? It still kind of says like there's something going on here. Yeah, I'm blowing through that welding tank. How about in this area? Okay, well, we've got some small pumps, so it's not like these pumps are amazingly effective. I'm just going to turn them all on, though.
I think you gotta hold it until the power button turns green.
Everything I have is garbage here.
So if you scroll up and wait until that turns green and you let it go. Yeah. There you go.
There we go. The water's rising.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Out. Take the damn water out, not...
Alright, cap.
Okay, now we're good. Now, see, this thing's still got some problem. What if I shut it down? Now turn it on. Okay, it's back on. Okay, well, I think regardless, we pretty much got the water leak out. Oh. I think I'm dying because I'm in my suit. How do I get out of the suit?
I don't know, did you assign a second in command?
Yeah, that's what's going on. My suit is going to kill me.
That orange, it's
How
going.
do I get the suit off? Oh, there we go.
It's going. Ooh.
Oh, wait. Are we good?
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah,
Or
right.
is it like I need to start up the oxygen thing? Oh, no.
I think you were just on the edge of
drowning.
death. Yeah.
I was just trying to asphyxiate myself, that's all. I'm worried, though, that I need to put something in the oxygen machine. Is there something here? Blue wires, screwdrivers, fuel rods. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's if you want flavored oxygen, you put that in the
Hey,
system.
you know, we just got flavored sparkling water out in the front, so
Exactly.
things are looking up around here.
It's getting better. Okay, can I grab these suits, or is like once you've used the suit, you're kind of not supposed to use the suit again? Okay, no, get rid of the suit, please. Thank you. I don't want to drown. Or die. Uh-oh, we got water. We got water. Man, this thing is a piece of garbage. Okay. Crisis averted. Okay, can we see where we're at? Does anybody know where we're at in the ocean?
Hey, I mean, we're not leaking right now, so we're at least in like a little bit better shape.
Yeah, we're not... Well, I don't know. Can a submarine really sink? It's already kind of under the water.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can... I think you could really sink, right? To the point of no return where you're not coming back.
I went to the wrong floor. Beep, beep, beep. There we go. Put a fuel rod in? Yeah, why not? Yeah, let's just give it a try. Who knows? Okay. Does it tell me
got
how...
another leak over there.
Is that it? Water level 100%. Well, it's closed off, so we're fine with that. How do we know where we're at?
I am not sure.
Active sonar. Okay, we're moving. I think we're moving. It looks like we're moving. We're moving really damn slow. So the active sonar is telling us, like, what's around us. I have it on autopilot, so it's not me that if it crashes... What is this? Calgon loader? Oh, it must be for a weapon. Oh, looky here. Now we... Oh, geez. We're hitting rocks. No wonder. No wonder we're hitting... Yeah, we're like bouncing up against the rock and then going. That is so ridiculous. Okay. What is this thing doing? Are we in the area? Are we supposed to, like, look for something? Okay, can I look at the other thing? Does it show me, like, above? It does.
I don't fully understand how to find the objective, because I see the crew talking and being like, do this, do that, but what the wider objective is, I'm not completely sure on yet.
Well, I'm just kind of, like, parked on top of a rock, is what it looks like right now. How bad is the damage? Like, where do we have water? It looks like we hit, like, the rocks, so I'd imagine, no, we don't have any damage. We're basically at the bottom of the ocean. Can I manually steer this thing? Get us the hell out of here. Oh, I bet we're... You know what? I bet what happened is our... yeah, there it goes. Look, the water levels. I bet what happened is our nuclear reactor shut down. Probably because we ran out of a fuel cell. So let's go take a look at that. Man. This is like a full-time job. What is going on here?
I feel like your crew could be... I mean, that one dude...
There's nobody doing a damn
That one
thing.
dude sort of, kind of, maybe helps with water occasionally. The rest of this crew, I'm putting them in those little torpedo pods, and they're going out to sea, and they ain't coming back.
This whole... I don't know where we get our people. Okay, let's do this. We're going to throw a brand new fuel rod in. Fuel rod, fuel rod. Okay. Now we're back up to running. I probably need to, like, do one of these. Since we were sitting on a damn rock for that long. Oh my god! Put it out!
And just one thing after another with this dump of a sub. Where'd you get this?
I know, man.
I have no idea where you found this.
So the load is bad. Everything's it's fine there.
You wonder why I don't go to deep water? This is why.
Yeah, I can see that. That would be... Okay. On automatic control. Does that mean that when automatic control is on, it'll automatically adjust? Okay. That means that it's on. Okay. Can I grab another thing of fuel? Let's just do this. I'm going to put just another little fuel thing in. Overheat, overheat, overheat. Okay, now it's adjusting. Okay. Okay, we're good. right now. Let's go back out here. No leaks. Are we good here? Oxygen generator. See, I don't know what the oxygen generator needs. So I'm gonna hope for the best that it needs nothing.
Okay.
And we'll see how that works.
Seems unlikely, but okay, we could roll with that.
Yeah, that's why I think we're after an alien artifact right now, Baltimore, like you're saying. Nothing's to take in there. I think you can even kill your, like, crew.
Not to make this comparison, but in Subnautica you have a submarine that has a lot of these features and failures, and you were also chasing alien artifacts.
Yeah. Surprising that they're all the same. Wow, we got water showing up again. Maintain position. No, we want to go to here. Go to here.
I'm not feeling confident about that leak with the red in the back. That red's new.
Yeah, that's different. Okay. Get us off the rock. Is it going? Do I have to take control of this thing? Come on. Go this way. It doesn't seem to want to go. Maintaining position. Choose point to maintain. Okay, we want to go autopilot. Autopilot is set to navigate towards Bellis Lunis or whatever. Okay. Toggle batteries? Are we talking like there's battery problems? Reactor shutdown? No, I don't want... Oh. What new problem of hell is it causing? Because I'm still stuck on this damn rock. I can't go anywhere. Oh, this is a gun.
Well, that's nice.
Okay. Let's check this. Oh, no, I don't want to check that.
I'm saying we go to that.
I'm
saying we go to that red square that's flooded in the back.
Okay. Get him. Get him. There we go. That'll teach him to be alive. Let's go over here.
Alive, forget your existence.
Yep. Okay. No. Okay, can I drop this thing? Yeah, drop. Pick this up. Let's go find out what problem's over here. Is this where it was? Yeah, that's where... Oh my god. I'm gonna die. Shit.
Why?
Because I turned the damn water open. Ugh. Jeez, I didn't have a suit on to go in there and fix this.
Oh.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Fixing things. Fix. Looks pretty good here.
This is how I fix stuff, by the way. You
Yeah.
put on a suit, you do some somersaults with a blowtorch or whatever that underwater torch is. Very safe.
Just to handle it.
Very safe.
Okay, all this water leaks down to the bottom, which leaks down to the bottom, which leaks down to the bottom. That's how I take it.
So there's a leak.
Okay.
Here's this guy.
This
Here's
guy's
this guy
like, dude,
doing nothing.
There's a lot of water down here.
Oh. Here's this guy over here. What's he doing? Running away from problems and work as usual.
Yep, that's what they're doing. Okay, can I take the suit? Yeah, I can put the suit back in here. Sweet. Okay. That guy's like, there's a water problem. Yeah, it does look like it's set to on, but it's in an off position or something. Are we moving again? Well, we're moving.
Have we ever been moving?
We are moving really slow.
Have we ever been moving?
I think we are moving now because we're off of that rock. But I think maybe it causes a problem when we take on water.
How do you know we're off this rock?
Let's look at our...
That sounds like that sounds like one of those like allegedly off the rock. Oh,
No, we're off the rock.
we're actually off the rock. Okay.
It's just submarines are slow. Let's just say that. Oh.
Wow. Wow. First they do no work, and then you just let them push you around.
I know.
Don't let them rob you like Grandma from American Fugitive or whatever her name was.
Is there another leak that I gotta... Oh, what is going on here? Why doesn't somebody fix this thing? It just keeps breaking.
I'm questioning your handiwork.
Like, okay, now it looks like it's fixed 100%.
I felt like it was fixed 100% before.
I did too, yeah.
We'll
Something
see.
changed. Okay.
Maybe that dude's sabotaging it.
Oh! They tripped me. Okay. Alright, let's go check out our catastrophes. We got some water down there. Oh, it's up. It's coming in. Okay, good. They must be managing it because the water's leaving. Yeah, we got that out. So I think we're good now, Baltimore. We've got some water coming in, but we're not sinking. Let's say that. Man, what are they doing down there? I gotta go handle that.
B minus effort. No, actually, C minus effort. B minus effort is what I do around here.
Yeah.
So I don't want to.
There we go.
I don't want to shade my efforts.
Okay. Okay. What is going on, dude? Why can't you guys like fix this thing? Do I have to get a suit on and go outside? Obviously, I think that's the factor here. Can I put these suits back in the thing?
It says heal next to him. So I don't know if that's... Yeah, I think they're busted.
Okay. I'm going to put them in the suit regenerator. If you can do that. I did it with the other one. Yeah, there we go. Alright, give me... Okay, where are we at? Where are we at? I don't want to go out there and the damn sub take off from me, so I'm going to try to go outside and fix some of this hull. So we're going to have to maintain position. You know this is not going to end well.
Probably not.
I'm going to be outside. and
Probably not.
somebody's going to flip the switch to go somewhere. Oh, let me get an extra tank. I'm a little concerned. Tanks were in here, so we're going to try to get this in before we call it a night on the stream. Okay. Got a tank, got a gun. Or, well, gotta get a suit on. Oh! What is that guy's problem? Okay, suit on me. Where do you think you go to get out of this damn thing? Up? I would think. Okay. There we go. Custom door. Doors controlled by buttons? Well, who the hell has the button? I can use the crowbar on it. How about we do that? Let's see how this works. Take matters into our own hands.
Why don't you pop a leak? Flood the sub, everyone dies. Well, except you.
It was doomed before this, so I'm not surprised. Okay, well, it works. Okay. Now we're gonna guess that when I open this door, I can go outside. Windowed door. Oh, okay, maybe I gotta go up.
I think you need the crowbar in your hand to force open.
It doesn't seem right, but... Okay, we're gonna try that. This just seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, force open.
Okay. Unauthorized access. It's like, what are you trying to do? Okay. One more time. Force open. There we go. It's like bad idea, bad idea, bad idea. Oh, I must have a comm channel. See, we can't hear. Okay, now we're outside. Can we shut that? No, we probably shouldn't shut that. Okay. We're gonna go and try to fix some problems. And they tend to be down at the bottom.
What is this garbage swim style you have? This is like worse than doggy paddle. I don't even know what you're doing here.
Maybe it's because I have the tool in my hand.
No, I think this guy's just sucks at swimming.
Is it cause I'm fighting against this thing?
Yeah, let's try.
Okay, I'm
There
gonna
you
go
go.
this one.
Okay. He looks like he maybe knows how to swim.
I don't know. I don't know if he knows how to swim or if he knows how to piss me off. One of the two things.
I'll tell you, man, that battery's blinking, your headset might go, that crew might just bail.
They're like, yeah, we lost the captain. Can't hear him.
Captain, like, couldn't repair, was force opening doors, knows doggy paddle. I mean, gosh, I don't even know where you're going with this tonight.
Okay, down. Why can't he go down? Okay.
Force it. Force it.
Where in the hell am I going?
Force it. Keep going. No, wrong direction.
Just clip through, clip through, clip through. Well, something's killing me. Oh, it's like... I don't know what was killing me there. Yeah, regardless, it's over. Okay, now we've got...
What are you even trying to fix? I don't even know.
I was trying to get, like, all the holes on the outside of the hull. Because the hull just keeps breaking because we can't fix it. Okay, the captain's on the outside doing work. Everybody else is like having drinks or salads or whatever. Okay, go up, go up. Did we get it all? I think we got it all. This will be bad. Oh!
Oh. Well... The pump is in working order, says Will.
I think like I don't know what happened there. There was mistakes made, but I wouldn't have thought like getting in front of like a sub that's sitting there would have hurt you.
I figured that the jet of water was just going to push you out.
That's what I thought. It was
yeah.
just going to push me somewhere. So, what happens now? Can you switch? Internal damage. Bleeding, blood loss, high pressure. Okay, well, he may be injured.
Leave him.
We're leaving.
Leave him. It's time to go.
We lost the captain.
It's time to go.
Let's just get this show on the road.
Next thing you know, you're going to be the last one, and it's going to turn into Dead Space on a submarine at this point. So.
I think that's ultimately what we're looking at. Yeah, it's Dead Space on a submarine. Where's the body? Must have floated to the bottom.
Go back on a rock.
Yeah, what is up with the damn rocks? Why are we sitting on rocks all the damn time?
I don't know. I would ask the captain, but he's dead.
He didn't know much anyhow.
Yeah, he was kind of a crappy captain.
Some of the creatures you find are straight out of Dead Space. Well, that's good. Some of the people that run the ship are straight out of
Titanic.
They're just going to sink this thing and run into rocks all damn day. Look at that. Like, I'm like just scraping rocks left and
Yeah,
right.
dude, next thing you know, you're Billy Zane and you're walking away with like 20 million in jewelry or whatever at the end of the movie.
Yeah, I was going to say, something is wrong with our ship here. It's mainly the crew.
Pilot error.
I think we're running out of fuel again. No, we're taking on water because the damn captain forced the door open.
The captain's dead.
Yeah.
Will's over here being delusional. Will is talking to himself, okay?
Well, his comm's down, so, okay. This didn't work out the last time, but I'm different. So, we're gonna figure out how to fix this door. Not like that. Okay. Floor closed. There we go. Door open. Door open. It's like, no, you're crazy. Why would you open this door? E. Oh, what is this?
Some kind of screwdriver puzzle?
And component button. Toggle state. I don't know.
Guess and check. This is how I passed high school math. Okay, come on now.
And component. And
Expect a little more out of the. What are you at this point? What are you? I don't even know if you're the captain. What do they call the second in
I
command?
don't know. Yeah, it's
On a
not
sub?
really. What is it? Rewire with screwdriver. What are we going to rewire? Button. Oh, maybe that's it. No, we got 2 buttons. Button.
Will's cold.
He just complains all damn day.
Well, the captain's dead. Who else is he going to complain to?
I don't know. Button.
I'm pretty sure this is not how you wire buttons.
I don't think so. It looks pretty shady. Okay. Well, I don't know how that's supposed to work, so... What is our other options? Crowbar, wrench. Is there a wrench in here? I didn't see a wrench. Nope. I'm gonna go down. Oh, well... Find something else. Okay, let's grab a crowbar. That worked well the last time. It's funny you can't run. Oh no, you can walk faster. Okay, there we go. Up. Okay, good. Crowbar it is. E. You know what? I'm just gonna help Will out here. Will Smith is cold. Yep. There you go, Will. Have all you want. This is ridiculous.
Okay.
We're gonna sink this project. This didn't work out well.
Gonna end up on one of those, like, what are they? Not the Science Channel, but like one of those, not even the History Channel, where they do those, like, where they go down to the deep and they find the subs, the derelict subs, and the crash boats and stuff.
We're gonna go find Jacques Cousteau. Oh wait, it's not letting me sink the ship intentionally. Like, why would you do that? No, it won't let me do it. Okay, well, let's go this route.
This is how I pry doors open. I hang 2 hands on the ladder.
Yep. Whatever. So I get...
It's time to take the blowtorch to Will. Okay. I'm sick of Will at this point.
Well, prove your... Oh, the damn suit's trying to kill me.
You gotta go sabotage the rest of the suits. So you got the only one left.
Well, I was dying because that one's useless now. Okay, there we go. Well, come here. It's been nice working with you.
See, yeah. Give Will a little motivation.
Well, we were tired of it. Your review was not good this year. Now, which one's flooding?
Flood away.
Oh wait, can we blow up the nuclear reactor?
I think you can repair the nuclear reactor. Overload, overheat, output high, fuel, scram.
Fission rate. Oh, I hit the tilde, or what's going on here?
The console or whatever. Yeah.
How did I get into the console? It's usually tilde, right?
Yeah. Oh.
don't know.
Just hit enter. See what happens.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Well, that.
Well, I don't know how we got into that. Oh, F3. I must have hit that. Okay, there we go. There we
The
go.
load is high.
There we go. Everything's fine. Oh, yeah. Well, this has been fun. We're going to jump off here. It's gotten late, so we are going to call it an evening once we finish up this nuclear... Oh,
Wow.
it fizzled out
Wow.
on us. We must have... Oh! Yeah, it wasn't as successful as I kind of thought it might be.
Well,
The game is fun though. I want to sit around and play some more with like actual players on this and I need to learn a little bit more how to play. I got a little bit of it towards the end and could understand, but I don't understand all the factors. That's what, normally happens when you're playing a brand new game.
I kind of pressed you on let's skip the tutorial and let's get into some antics.
Yeah. No, we got into the antics. That was kind of funny. Yeah, nice explosive ending. That's how we like to finish it up. We did well in the American Fugitive.
Yeah, we
made the Dukes of Hazzard leap.
That ended up swell last week.
Yeah, so I appreciate everybody for hanging out. Thanks again. Cool. Definitely, if you get a chance to review this video and enjoy it, click the like button, share it with people, let them know that like we do a show weekly. We enjoy our time here and hope to get more people to be able to check it out.
Yep.
We can give away more games. Talk about more news. We enjoy that. Thank you, Baltimore, as always, for hanging out. Thank you, Funk,
sure. Thanks for coming, Baltimore.
Checking in, and hope you guys enjoy the games. And I definitely look forward to seeing everybody next week, next Thursday.
Here for 21.
Yep. I'm thinking we're going to do some more. We might do Witch-It. Like I said, we may end up doing that. Some more of the Daedalic catalog as well.
Yeah, we got a pretty healthy selection of games coming out.
There's plenty to play, and there's plenty to talk about, so... Yeah, it's great. If you haven't, follow wherever you're watching, subscribe wherever you're watching, check out, and you'll get notified if you click that bell, I know, on YouTube. On Twitter or on Twitch, I don't even know what it does anymore.
Neither do I.
I think they actually do some notification in-app, but I don't know if you have to check that or not. Otherwise, we'll be back next week. Have a great weekend, folks. Thank you. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.